Hello, welcome to Hikate's Crossing. Okay, so I received yesterday the light in the darkness, in the dark tarot. The light in the dark tarot and oracle. So it feels like it's going to be a mixture of a tarot and an oracle. Now, I did have a good look through the guidebook yesterday, and I want to say absolutely excellent. So much information per card. So much information per card. Okay. So you've got here daily oracle message. Okay, so you've got the picture of the card. You've got daily oracle message. This is the tarot information. Just quite cool. A little bit of tarot information there about her. Like, my magician is my favourite tarot card, is my favourite card. You know, the things that made you stand out. It's quite interesting. Anyway, so she goes on. So you've got daily oracle message, messages of encouragement. Okay, you do have power words. You've got cosmic focus influencing you. Positive actions you can take right now. So kind of interesting. So there is quite a lot of, even for the minor arcana, there's still a lot of information per card. So there's a lot to go through as you're learning the deck. And that's what we're going to be doing. That's what I want to do. Now, there are some spreads in there as well, which will be interesting to explore. But I do want to go through and actually vlog as I go through and learn the cards, because I think I'm going to be taking my time with this deck. I mean, I can read it as a tarot deck, no problem at all. But I want to get more information. So I want to learn more about the cards. I want to use this guidebook. Now, this creator has put a lot of effort into it. And I'm not going to put it aside. This is one that I'm going to actually use the guidebook. So don't forget, if you're going to do a reading with me, yes, I'll do a tarot reading. I'll do the tarot cards, no problem at all. But to get a little bit more information about the card, like the power messages and things like that, the encouragement and all that sort of stuff, I'm going to use the guidebook maybe a little bit for a certain, if we're doing just a card or two, okay, or something stands out that seems important in the reading. Won't be all the time, won't be if I'm doing a big reading with the cards, but if I'm just doing one or two cards, definitely the guidebook will be there for a little bit more information as we go through it. Right, so let's have a look at the cards now. Now, it does come in a two-piece box. And it's beautifully done. Absolutely. Now, the creator, Kerry Ward. Okay, the light and the dark, tarot and oracle. To light your way. So there's put a lot of effort into it. So it'll be interesting to see a little bit more about it as we go through. But let's have a look at the cards, shall we? I'm just trying to make some room here. Okay. Now, it did come wrapped, but I took the wrapping off just so it would be easier. Right, so let's put these away for the minute. To one side, so I can at least move. Right, so let's have a look at these cards, these images. Okay, beautifully done. Now, they're quite different. They're not traditional Rider-Waite-Smith imagery at all. They do have a unique aspect to them. So we might not have the same, because we've got the fool here wrapped up in a cocoon, which is kind of interesting. It's very different from the traditional. So you might not get the same Rider-Waite-Smith type messages. You might get something a little bit more, a little bit different as you're going through them. Now, the magician, very, very different here. With, feels like a young child with a sand castle and, you know, making in the sand with a bucket, his tools, his creations. Got the high priestess. And she's got the moon over her eyes. So it feels like, so you get that hidden message, that unseen. Then you've got your third eye sort of, or a chest, whatever that is, with her hands there, stars. So beautifully done. The Empress is the elephant mother with the baby. I thought it was quite interesting. The Emperor, that's interesting. The eagle there. The Hierophant. It's interesting. Instead of the keys being shown, they've got a lock. They've got hourglass. Very interesting. The Lovers, we just see two hands. Wow, so very, very different in the imagery, as you can see. It's an interesting Hermit. Stained glass behind the shadow. Fortune. So really, Justice with a set of proper scales here. Third eye. So yeah, very unique. Here's your Hanged Man. Oh, I love the Death card. Isn't that... oh, wow. Okay, you've got your Rose. Wow. So yeah, I think the messages you're going to get, yes, you'll get the basic tarot messages, but you'll get a lot more slightly different. So here you've got the Devil with the mask. You've got snakes with temptation. You've got the moon phases there. You've got stars. You've got heart. But I definitely feel like there's a mask being hidden. You know, when you hide behind your addictions. Oh, I love the Tower card. She's hugging the tower. That's very interesting. So it feels like you're embracing the shaker, you know, you're holding on to the shaking, the wobbly stuff. I mean, there's a lot out of it. You might get something different when you look at the imagery, and that's okay. The Star, I love that. Oh, the Moon. What an interesting card. You got two women holding up the moon as they look at each other. It's kind of an interesting one. The Sun. Judgment. Oh, that's a woman looking in a mirror. Looking at oneself, judging oneself, maybe being harsh, being critical. Time to awaken. Oh, the World card's very interesting. So yeah, each card very... so now we go into the coins first. The Pentacles. Very different. We've got the one, see, in the Three of Coins here, she actually looks like she's playing a violin. It's interesting. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous artwork. I'm so wrapped. This was a new arrival. This was on pre-order and just sort of come through. So some of you may have had it for a little while if you're in other parts of the world, but here in New Zealand, wow, just stunning. Just stunning artwork. I love it. Oh my god, it is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh my god, the artwork, this is the swords going through now. Nine of Swords, yeah, very stressed. Some seem very familiar, like similar to Rider-Waite-Smith, but there are definitely some differences. Brought out other symbology, so it's going to be something I'm going to have to dive into each card and take my time with it. Oh my god, this is gorgeous. Five of Wands. Okay, that's interesting. She's got a cracked mirror. She's looking into a cracked mirror. So there's that conflict. See, and then Six of Wands. I know he's standing on a stack of books. She's standing on a stack of books in the middle of the water. Wow, absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Wow, absolutely. So let's have a look and see what card. Let's shuffle the cards for a minute. Oh, this one actually pulled out, so let's see what actually came out. 4 of Cups. Okay, we've got a young girl here. Seems to be a little bit wrapped up in herself. Surrounded by flowers. Beautiful. Now we know 4 of Cups is that sense of being bored, being dissatisfied, discontent. There's always lots of words that come out to that, missing the big picture. But let's have a look and see what she says in the guidebook in regards to the 4 of Cups. Okay, 4 of Cups. So often we focus on what we lack and struggle with, wish for, but don't have. Envy or are striving to achieve. We overthink the big moments, promotions or moving into a new house, for example, and forget that life is lived within in the moment. The accumulation of tiny moments that add up to your real pleasure in your life. Noticing what you already have and being grateful for it, celebrating it, using it, relying on it. This is what will bring you immediate gratitude and contentment. Okay, daily oracle message. Today is the day that you look at what is already right under your nose and say thank you for it. Focus today on everything you already have and appreciate your gifts, strengths, advantages and blessings. Excuse me. Okay, next bit is message of encouragement. Happiness is not found out there, it is found within your own heart and mind. Peace, acceptance, gratitude and pleasure and waiting for you in what you already have and already are. You can't be anything you want. You can't be anything you want, but you can be everything you are. Celebrate that. The power of finding beauty is the humblest thing. Makes home happy and life lovely. Louisa May Alcott, American novelist, 1832. Right, here we got here is power words. Okay, power words. Appreciate, grace, gratefulness, praise and thankfulness. Positive action you can take right now. Much of our life experience depends on what we focus on. The following questions asked of yourself first thing, write them up and pop them next to your bedside or on your bathroom mirror will help you start the day right. What am I happy about in my life right now? What am I excited about in my life right now? What am I proud about in my life right now? What am I grateful about in my life right now? And what am I enjoying most about my life right now? Interesting. So what are we missing in our life? What are we not being grateful for? What are we not appreciating? You know, what are we focusing too much on? What an interesting card there. So that's our main focus card. So tell us a little bit more about the 4 of Cups. Okay, 5 of Wands. What conflict do we have within ourselves? I feel like we're conflicting within ourselves in regards to not being appreciative, not being, there's conflict there. Do we know our own potential with the Ace of Coins? Interesting. And the last card here we have is 4 of Wands. You know, what are we celebrating? Is what I get here. Is that celebration, that sense of union? Are we whole within ourselves? So you got 4 of Cups, which talked about being appreciative, being grateful, all that sort of stuff. And now I asked, what can you tell us a little bit more about the 4 of Cups? And we get 5 of Wands, Ace of Coins, and 4 of Wands. And straight away I get the sense of conflict. There's a challenge going on within ourselves, a fight within ourselves, in knowing what our potential is, and being able to celebrate our wholeness within ourselves. A sense of being able to, I get a sense of celebrating with the 4 of Wands, a sense of union within ourselves, a sense of wholeness. And maybe we're missing out on other people too. Maybe there's a union with someone else that we're missing out on because we're so busy wrapped up in ourselves. Kind of interesting there. So that's it from me. So anyone else have this deck? Anyone else looking forward to working with it? Take care and blessed be.